Hi everyone, hope you can hear me okay. Sorry I'm a little bit late. It's all go at the moment with printers and leaflets and you name it. So we're just in the final phases of making sure that everything is ready, and posters are in the process of being put up in Fingal, and we are off. It's only really, how long is it? 6 weeks since we ran an election campaign out in Fingal, where 25% of people voted within the constituency. Hi everyone, hopefully you can hear me okay. 75,000 people in Fingal did not bother to vote for the one seat that was available back in November as a result of the European election and Claire Daly going to Europe. And this says everything that you need to know. Now, the way, in terms of the disenfranchisement of people in North Dublin, as they are in South Dublin, as they are in West Dublin, as they are throughout our country, these 75,000 people who couldn't be bothered to vote, 75% of the electorate in Fingal, we have got to reach them, because I firmly believe that they will vote for an anti-corruption, patriotic nationalist movement. And that is our job. That is our job. Our job is not to talk within the echo chamber here, because we all agree, we're all fighting for the same thing on Facebook and Twitter and on my streams. We have to reach out to those 75,000 people in my constituency and in all of the other constituencies who feel utterly disconnected from their vote and themselves. People say to me, oh, I've no interest in politics. So I say to them, so you've no interest in your own money? You've no interest in your life? You've no interest in your health care? If you get sick, you don't mind having to sit around if you've a tumour growing inside you? You're okay with that? When people say that to me, I've no interest in politics, they're saying they've no interest in themselves. And we must look around at our broken people, and so many of our people are broken. It's quite obvious. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about their children. Their children are aliens to them. They don't know what their children are thinking. Their children are coming home and saying they want to change their gender, or they were learning about pornography in school today. So who could blame the poor parents? But our country is so emotionally damaged. So many people see this as a pointless exercise. And they look at the mafia that run this country, the mafia in Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael and the fake hard left. And they look at how they and their media have been behaving in the last few days since this corrupt, let's face it, election was announced, because we have not been given sufficient time. As Justin pointed out last night on his brilliant interview with Rowan, watch it. I advise everyone to watch it. Justin Barrett did an interview on the Grand Torino last night, but he said that in the history of the state there has never been such a short time frame for an election, I think since the beginning, the foundation of the state. A 3-week lead-in is ridiculous. But they had it all sorted. Somebody told me today, Fine Gael, we know they had their posters all done. And they knew this is because they are cheats. The people that are in the circus that is Dáil Éireann are cheats. And they see Ireland as a game to be played. They see the people's taxes as a gravy train to be ridden, to be used, to be abused. And why is that? Because so many Irish people don't care about their money, their own taxes. They don't care that probably up to 50% of the money that they put into the exchequer, 50% of their wages, is being poured down the drain. And if there's one message that I want to get through in this campaign, it is that take ownership of your country back. Take ownership of your lives back. Take ownership of your taxes back. Take ownership of your rights back. Because until such time as we do that, the country is even more doomed than it already is. So that is my core message for Ireland, for Fingal. Think about those snakes in the Dáil who destroy your wages every day in corruption. The more corrupt a country is, and ours is the most corrupt in the Western world, there's no disputing it, there is no country in the West more corrupt than Ireland, but the more corrupt a country is, the more squandering of taxes goes on. How do they pay for all this corruption? You know, every time the HSE or the Gardaí or the judiciary or whoever makes a mistake, so-called in inverted commas, you end up paying. We are talking about billions every single year being wasted on corruption, lengthy reviews and reports. How many reviews are going to be carried out into the poor homeless man? Was it 4? The man who was scooped up into the dumper the other day? This is what they do. Who's paying for all of this? Who's paying for the lawyers? Who's paying for the consultancy? We don't need a review. We know what happened. We know what happened to Maurice McCabe. We didn't need a big long tribunal that cost millions to tell us that we have to write a cheque to Maurice McCabe because we, the taxpayer, failed him. No, we didn't. An Garda Síochána failed him. Martin Callanan, Noreen O'Sullivan, they are the people who failed Maurice, and they will be the people under a nationalist government who will pay. They will pay. No longer the Irish people will have their taxes ripped from them. Of course, they have the choice. What they will do remains to be seen, but it is a blood sport. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the Marxist left treat this country, treat elections like a blood sport. Look at them going around smiling for the photo ops. Do they show any sense of compassion for the hundreds of people lying on hospital trolleys in third world conditions? Have they any compassion for the homeless people dying on our streets? No, because they go out and they fake, well, it's not fake because for them they don't have any true humanity in them because they're psychopaths. So when we look at them and we say, how could you? Look at what you've done to our country again. How can you stand there and smile with a baby in your arms? It's because they're actors. That's all they are. We can shame them as much as we can, as much as we want. But unlike us, they don't feel shame. They don't have that little voice in their heads that says, I've really messed this up. Who am I to put myself before the Irish people again? Take Owen Murphy. He knows he has failed because he was an actor. He was never going to fix the housing crisis, which we know will be fixed by ending mass uncontrolled immigration and other ways of dealing with it. It can be solved like that. It can be solved. The problem is not what happens after we get elected. The problem is getting elected, getting the Irish people to give up these psychopaths, to envisage an Ireland without Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the Marxist left. That's all we have to do. Then you start to see big returns in your pay packets every week, because all the money that's going towards corruption and HSE salaries that are over the top, RTE salaries, that's all ending. The hard part is for you and the 75% that decided not to vote in Fingal is getting them to the polling stations on February the 8th. That is the hard part. The easy part is when we get in, and we will get in. If not this time, we will in a couple of years. This next shower, if they do manage to crawl back into power, it won't last. It won't last. So hopefully we'll only have maybe 2 years of it, if that. I suspect it won't. However, you know, depending on how people vote, but once we get in and take back control, then the problems are fixed so easily. And that's what I want people to really see. There is hope. There's such hope. All that's wrong with the country is Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the other lot on the left. That's all that's wrong with the country. They are the problem. They are the cause of everything that is going wrong in the lives of people every single day. So people have choices this time round. Watch Justin's interview last night. There are 10 excellent candidates running for the National Party. The people of Wicklow have an opportunity to vote for change. The people of Longford of Westmeath have James Reynolds, an excellent candidate, an excellent candidate. The people of Sligo Leitrim, the people of Roscommon Galway, the people of Galway East have a good candidate in Dave O'Reilly. The people of Dublin West and Kilkenny, there are lots of options. There are lots of options. People are asking me about Niall up in Donegal. I don't know. I mean, Niall is a very young man, and I mean, some of the stuff that he says is off the wall, and I'm going to say that. This business of 7 generations back, that qualifies you as being Irish. I mean, for goodness sake, but Niall is a very young man, and we just have to, you know, accept that, you know, maybe I think his heart is in it. I do not know. I don't know. But his heart is in it, certainly. That is for sure. People have choices. They can break away. They can break away from Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, the fake opposition this time, and they must. But what all of you watching have to do is to let people know that there are choices, and that means getting out into your constituency and doing whatever you can for my campaign. We're hoping that there will be another couple of good candidates coming online over the next few days. The National Party candidates need all the support that they can get. Get out and work those constituencies as hard as you can. And tell people when they say to you, oh, I mean, I get this every single time I'm out canvassing. Oh, you're all the same. That's saying to me, these people are so downtrodden, they've no self-esteem or self-respect left, that they haven't taken the time to see, well, is there anyone new? These elections only come around every few years. Is there anything different happening? Yes, they will hear nothing about us on the mainstream media, and they will also, Cork is not looking great. You've got Dolores Cahill, again, the Irish Freedom Party. Are they talking about mass immigration, or have they gone quiet on that? For me, it is the biggest issue. Corruption, mass immigration. Mass immigration is as corrupt as everything else in the country. Have they gone a bit quiet on that? I hope not. Challenge your iRexit candidates on mass immigration, because I was looking at Ben Scallon's leaflet the other day, and it doesn't seem to have any reference to immigration on it. But we have to vote for people who appear, at the very least. I know that the National Party candidates are genuine, and if the Irish Freedom Party candidates that are running in other constituencies, you know, stand over everything they've claimed to be about over the last few months, we'll vote for them. So Tipperary will have Dolores, but there are serious choices there now. So there is no excuse. People, all of you I'm talking about there, need to get out and canvass. Don't wait for people to get you leaflets. Get your own leaflets printed up. People have them on their websites. You can get mine off my Twitter and Facebook, and get them printed, get banners done. I'm asking people, but I'm so grateful for the support. People are asking me, what can we do? Get a banner, vote Gemma. It'll cost you less than 50-60 euros, and stand out in the gridlock traffic that Fingal is synonymous with. And hopefully those 75,000 people that don't care about their taxes, don't care about the fact that a tumour could be growing inside them, but they don't care about the fact that they will have to wait under Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and the fake opposition, that they will not be allowed to have access to treatments that actually work, not chemo and radium, which don't in 97% of cases. And this psychopathic Fine Gael government want to ban you not only from speaking freely, they want to ban you from having access to treatments that work. Natural treatments, not full of poisonous chemicals that you need to stay on for life. Isn't it amazing how, you know, people are put on these treatments for life? Why is that? Money. Money, money, money. How is it that they know the science is settled? This person is not going to recover from this condition. We're putting you on this for life. That's about money. Too many people in our country are on medication for life. These corrupt doctors are prescribing these tablets for people that do not need to be on them. They do not need to be on them. So that's what Fine Gael want. They're denying access to treatments that are natural, have no side effects, found in nature, and you know all about them, the likes of GCMAF, etc. And we are going to make sure that people have access to whatever they need, as long as it's not going to have any negative effect on society. You know what I'm talking about there. But they're the people we need to reach, who have given up on caring about their taxes, caring about their health, caring about the indoctrination that their children are receiving in schools. So I have a very, very busy day ahead, what's left of it. There is a rally going on in St. Stephen's Green at the moment at the Gulag, Charlie's Gulag, so people might like to attend that. Angela Ray is readjusting to life back in at home. So as soon as I said the word Angela Ray, as soon as I mentioned that word, gone, cut off. Doesn't like it, but hopefully that was just a sheer coincidence. Anyway, Angela is readjusting, but there is going to be, we're going to be talking more and more about the case, all the people involved in it, naming the social workers, identifying them and encouraging people to have absolutely nothing to do. And the Gardaí, of course, in Carlow, we are going to be coming down harder on them more than ever now, because this case is pure and utter corruption from beginning to end. The absolute priority is that Angela is reunited with her child and the family, or that this trauma that they've been subjected to at the hands of TUSLA and the state comes to an end. So that is the situation there. Please do whatever you can to support, to spread the word, to get the names out there, and don't feel helpless. These are 3 weeks. That's what we've got to save our country. If we had a serious opposition in the Dáil, we could do some very serious damage to those criminals that are ruining our country. So please fight, fight, fight for the next 3 weeks with everything you have. I will be, you all know that I will be. And to see the level of attacks going on us now, it's brilliant, because it shows how so anyway, it's breaking up and everything. I'll be doing streams mostly from my website. I suspect Facebook will be cutting me again, doing another ban, so I'll be streaming mostly from GemmaO'Doherty.com over the next few weeks. Thanks everyone for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.